Okay, we're working on the reflection from the packet from class. So we have a wave pulse going this way with an unconstrained end, which means it's going to reflect without phase change. So as it's on its way back, it'll be identical to the way it was, on the way there. So we need to make it have the same shape, the same wavelength, the same amplitude. This next one also will reflect without phase change. You have to be careful to make sure that the one that was first going in is the one that's first coming out. So that's this one below. And then this one will follow. Here we have an end that's constrained, so it will reflect with phase change. So it goes from the bottom to the top. Same here, but again we have to make sure that the first one going in is the first one coming out. So the first one going in was up and large. We have phase change because of the end, so the first one coming out will be down and large, and then the one following will be up and small because of the phase change. Okay, on the next page we're doing interference. So these two are going to, at some point, right in the middle here, be right on top of each other. I'm going to draw the individual waves with dotted lines, and then I'll draw their the results of their interference, which is what the string will do, which is what we would see if we watched it, with solid line. So if two up and one down, basically, so they're going to interfere to give one up. After that, they're going to go on their separate ways, completely unaffected by the interference that they went through in the middle. Down here, we'll have this small down one combined with the large down one, which is going to be a very large down. And then again, they'll go on after the interference, just like nothing happened. Here we have some more complicated waves, waves interfering. So to picture what's going to happen here, I usually do this little sort of finger analogy, but you can't see that. So you can label the little bits A, B, and C. And as A goes to the right, BC goes to the left. The first thing that's going to happen is that A interferes with B. And then as they keep moving, A moves to the right, BC moves to the left, A will interfere with C, and then they'll go like that. So we should have three more pictures to draw here. The first one is when A is interfering with B, and then C is not interfering with anybody. So these two constructively interfere, and that's what our string looks like at that moment. As A keeps moving to the right, BC keep moving to the left. I want to make sure that I do that also, by the way, with the way I horizontally position these. So there's B, there's C, and then A is there, the same size as C, but the opposite direction. So what's going to happen is these two are going to completely destructively interfere, and then B is not actually interfering with anybody. Then after this, they'll be separated. The one on the bottom here, we have more components, so it will be more steps in the process. So the first two, the inner two, are going to interfere, and then they'll sort of all be overlapping, and then didn't draw that first one right. B is going to interfere, B is going to interfere with C. And then as they keep going, C and D keep going to the left. Oh, it's the last one that's the problem. A and D will interfere, and then they'll separate completely. And we want to see if we can keep their horizontal positions relatively correctly aligned. So let me do that. So this A should be to the left of the other one. And I'm going to scoot these guys over a little bit too. Okay, so we see A, B going to the left and CD going to the right. That's what we're looking for. Okay, first interference here, this one interferes with that one. So as I draw this coming over, there's the first bit, and then we'll go large. Now the wave from this side is going to look like that. And now I can go through and just do the interference product. There's no interference here, so it's easy. This one is 2 up and 1 down, so we're going to end up with 1 up. There's no interference here, so it'll be easy. So that's our first stage. Second, I need to move them each a little click to the left or the right. So we'll have this one down, this one up, overlapping with this one down, this one up. So we'll end up with bigger on both accounts. Okay. Now I'm going to move this to the side just a little bit so I have room. We're going to have C here. Oops. We'll have C here, which is little, D, which is little, and then A and B here, A and B. So here and here the interference is easy because there isn't actually any. Here we have the big down from A interfering with the little up from D, so we end up with a little down, and then they separate. So C, D, and A,